We're live on the pits of Motor Chaos with your one and only, and with Buddy Hall of Fuel Altered Driver of Buddy Hall Racing. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
How was Christmas and New Year's?
It was great. Life is good, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'm excited about this topic. I think it's a pretty hot topic in many different ways. I think that, it's I don't want to say controversial, but there are a lot of opinions, and, I have my opinions, and I may piss some people off, but,
Hold on.
hey, you know what? They're my opinions, and I'm going to have, I'm going to have them, and I'm going to have fun with it, but, thanks for having me. It's an awesome topic. It's something that I specialize in, so,
Yeah.
it's all good. Yeah.
Okay, just to let everybody know, we're going to be talking about racing and social media.
Yeah, so, the effects on drag racing through social media and, how it's changed the sport and how it's changed publications and how it's just affecting, every piece of the drag racing community. Not just the driver, the crew people, but also the fans and the perception of drag racing and all that good stuff. So let's rock and roll. What questions do you got for me?
Okay. Now, how do you think social media has improved drag racing?
So, wow. So this is going to be a long answer, so bear with me because I'll ramble on.
Okay.
So, first of all, I'm going to tell a little story here. I'm going to take it back to my childhood. And so, one thing that, that I remember so vividly and specifically is, my dad waiting for, the National Dragster to come once a month. It was a once-a-month publication. The thing was like, an inch thick, and it was big. It's not like it is today. And it was actually paper, kind of like resembled the size of a newspaper. It was big, and it was like you had to wait sometimes to find out information. You had to look through that thing and look at the points and the pictures and all the little captions. It was exciting, and then all the distributors, they had their ads in there. And that was it, man. That was the information, super highway. Back, forever ago. But I grew up in the 80s and 90s,
buddy,
so
buddy.
and then remember reading the thing myself.
Buddy, hold on a second. So, what you're saying is, way before the internet came out, which was in 1990, way before the internet finally came out and stuff, you guys had to advertise through newspapers, ads, and put it on poster boards and stuff, and that it took forever to come up for people to get their info about the racing and stuff, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Specifically, the National Dragster, which NHRA has always, had in publication. That was the rag, man. That's again the informational highway to the sport. So you had to wait on the information sometimes. It was on TV, but there was all the sportsman racers. They didn't get TV time. So if you're interested in sportsmen, such as Top Alcohol Funny Car, Top Alcohol Dragster, and all the other ones, you had to wait. You had to wait and see what happened if you weren't there, or you didn't have a friend that was there. So, but I remember as a kid, specifically doing some, making paper airplanes out of the pages and taking silly putty and sticking it to the pages where the pictures were, and pulling off ink and having the picture of the car on the silly putty. But anyway, so that's my first recollection of getting information through drag racing. And, it's evolved, and of course there's been magazines along the way, and they still exist, and, those are always great sources too, but, we're in an era now where, information's instantaneous, right? I mean, we know, who won a round in Top Fuel before we see it on TV, right?
Yeah.
So we know everything ahead of time, just through the social media. It's like spoiled, the waiting game. It's like instantaneous when they cross the start or the finish line. Bang, we know who won. So, it changes in so many ways. It's in some ways I think it's phenomenal. I think it's done amazing things for the sport in terms of promotion as well, which I'll talk and you gotta watch. I'll get off track. I'll talk myself
Hold on.
to another planet. But anyway, so let's talk about how it's affected promotion. Let's start with that. So let's go back again. Just even 15, 20 years ago, right? 10 years ago, before Facebook was kind of like where it's at, and Instagram, it was, tracks did radio, they did, print ads, and they still do it, but that's all they had. They would advertise special shows and just, your regular weekend drag races in local newspapers, and, they go around and hang up flyers and local diners anywhere that had a cork board. That was how people found out, right? Flyers at the track, you come in and you buy your ticket and they hang you a flyer for the next week or the next 2 weeks, the next month, whatever. That was the main source. That's completely changed now, right? So now it's, every racetrack has their own Facebook page. A lot of drivers have their Facebook page, right? Their own little separate racing page.
Yes.
So tracks are promoting their events and themselves through Facebook, and I'd say that's 80-90% of their marketing they do for their tracks. And then the same thing with racers, right? They're sharing this stuff on their pages, personal and their racing pages. And what used to take thousands of dollars to reach 100,000 people, you get it for free now, right? So that's another thing, right? You don't have to really pay for it anymore. It's all free. So then for the promotional side of it, I think it's amazing. I think it's absolutely thank goodness for social media in terms of drag racing for the promotion side.
Now, hold on, buddy, hold on. Now, I've seen like you, Chicago Wise guys, Great Lakes Dragway. I'm just naming some things that I know of offhand right now. I seen you guys post on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. You guys have your own websites. There's other websites that do news reports on you. There's pages of Facebook. There's groups. There is other sites. Mention Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What else is there out there you guys advertise on?
You mentioned, almost all of them outside of your own show, and other live, podcast-style shows. We get a little radio every now and again, they'll interview drivers. But really, the number one social media source for drag racing is Facebook. You can schedule events on Facebook and share the events, and it's kind of became, the hub. I mean, you still have message boards, people use Yellow Bullet, but Yellow Bullet sometimes, in my opinion, it's more informational and, just more, talking back and forth. Not necessarily a great place to advertise for drag races.
I never heard of Yellow Bullet.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I never heard of Yellow Bullet.
You got to get on there. You got to check it out. It's just a message board. You Google Yellow Bullet and hop on and check it out. But so Facebook's amazing because not only are all the racers connected, but and not only all the tracks and all the fans, we're all connected. It's like, how can I say it? It's just great for the sport in terms of promotion, no doubt. But there's also a con to that too. But I don't want to move too quickly. You have any questions on that at all?
Questions on what?
On the promotional side, like anything that I just said, basically. Sorry.
How many followers do you have?
How many what?
Followers.
How many followers do I have? Between Facebook, Instagram, those are the two that I use. I don't have time to post on all of them, so I've chose the two most popular. I'm right at 27,000 followers total between my personal page and my Facebook racing page and my Instagram page. So we'll be at 30,000 here pretty quickly. So we I do my best, and this interview isn't about me, but I do my best to promote the heck out of the sport and get people to come to the track. A big piece to my puzzle and a piece of why I do what I do in terms of drag racing is to try to get other people motivated to build a car and come to the racetrack. You know, we want to keep the sport going. We want to keep it exciting. And I'm not young, but there's not too many young people out here doing it. You know, it's just we got to keep it going. And so I use my pages for that. But you know, what else? Go ahead.
So what are you up to this winter, and how's the new Fuel Ultra coming along?
Let's talk about, before we talk about that though, can we talk about the cons of Facebook?
Okay.
And Instagram, okay. in terms of the social media side?
Okay,
I
now
got some points on that.
Now on social media sites, what are the pros and cons to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the other social media sites that there is out there?
Yeah. So we listed some pros there, which I think the number one pro, again, is just the promotional side of it. But then, you know, let's flip it around. And there's, you know, and it's weird to me because I want to say one of the biggest pet peeves that I have in terms of social media is the drivers and the owners not understanding that, you know, when they're in what I call, you know, keyboard battles, right? Keyboard wars, you know, amongst each other, and you know they're having these disagreements on a public forum, if you will. You know, fans see that, so that's not good for the sport, right? Because no one likes drama. You know, to me, drag racing is entertainment. You know, it's a sport for the people who participate, but for the rest of the world, it's entertainment. And the number one most important part of drag racing is always going to be the fans. That's what keeps the tracks open. So, you know, when again, drivers and owners and crew members are on Facebook and Instagram or wherever they're at, and they're bantering back and forth, and they get really upset with each other, you know? I've seen it. Well, everyone can see that, you know, and so that bothers me. You know, to me, it's like, you know, I'm old school in this fashion. It's like, hey, if you got a problem with something I say or something I do, you know, just call me. You know what I mean? Don't even send me a message. You know, just call me. And I think that's, you know, I think that's a con. You know, I think that is something that we all need to work on. You know, is not voicing and airing out laundry on public forums, because it just runs fans off. It just shoos them away. And again, fans are what keep racetracks open. You know, a race car without a racetrack is no good unless you're a street outlaw. And that's not my thing. But it's cool, but it's not my thing. But anyway, we got to keep the drag strips open, and so that's definitely one con in terms of you know, in terms of social media. There's more, but that's my pet peeve. I guess there's one more. So the next one is like, you know, what I want to call, you know, the keyword crew chiefs, right? Okay. The people that don't own a car, you know, they don't drive a car or whatever, but you know, they're on there and they're talking tech talk about, you know, their cars, you know, or not their cars period. Just, you know, do this to your car, do that to your car, and you know, don't do that and don't do this, or buy this part or don't buy that part. You know, the truth is, you know, they don't even own a car, or they've never driven a car, you know, so to me it's like, hey, if you've never had that experience, if you haven't made that investment financially and physically with working on them and all that, just keep your mouth shut, you know what I mean? And that may piss a lot of people off that I said that, but I really don't care, because it's true. You know, to me, you know, it's like, just again, you know, take it to the private messenger, or you know, make a phone call, you know. Again, my opinion, because to me, again, the most important part of drag racing are the fans, and fans they want to see maybe a little bit of that, but most of that turns into, you know, well, I know more than you know, and it turns into a fight. So once again, we're back to bantering again, and it's bad for the sport. So, anyways.
Okay. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, you asked me a question before, and then we went backwards.
So what are you up?
This winter?
So what are you up to this winter? How do you and how's the new Fuel Ultra coming along?
Okay, so this winter, staying busy for sure. You know, works keep me busy, which is always good. You know, I got to make Have it all fresh, which I'm excited about. New crankshaft, new rods, new bearings. It's ready to go. Fresh transmission. I mean, it's ready to rock and roll. We got that done right at the beginning of December, and then energy shifted towards new car I've been building for the last couple of years, and it's driving me nuts because it's not done yet. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get it done. And we're gonna get to the track. And it's at Ty Baumgartner's right now, best in the country. I don't care what anybody says. He's the guy to do this job, and he's mounting my wings for me, mounting my body, and then it's gonna go over to my friend Chris Allen, and he's gonna do some kind of crazy paint job on it. He's got all these crazy ideas, and I said, hey man, look, do what you want to do. I don't care what you do, as long as it's this color. Just paint it, and then when you're done, I'll see it then. So it should be pretty interesting on what it's going to turn out like. But yeah, I'm just kind of turning them loose on it, and then man, we'll get the drivetrain in that thing, and hopefully make it to the track this year. It's I had a conversation today with a gentleman that did a phenomenal job at the Nitro rinks in Big Show drag racing about turning the screws on this thing,
Yeah.
and he's pretty interested. So I think I'll have just the right combination. I got some really good crew guys that I've rounded up that have some great experience. A couple, with Big Show experience, a bottom end guy and a cylinder head guy, and then if I can plug this former NHRA Big Show crew chief into my team and on my car, I think we can do some serious damage. Because I got the parts, I got the hot rod, I just got to get it to the track. And,
Okay.
The goal was to have it there this summer, so
Buddy,
I'm going to push for it. So,
buddy, where did you buy your transmission at?
Oh, the transmission for the old car?
Where did you get your transmission
the
from?
new car has a clutch in it, right? So the new car is a nitromethane burning car. It'll have a 4-disc clutch in it. The old car is, it's a power glide transmission. So it's a combination of all kinds of different parts and different brands to make the transmission. But yeah. And then, in other news, you asked me what I was doing for the winter. I'm excited. I got a vacation coming up. I haven't taken a vacation in a couple of years, so I'm going to take a cruise with my girlfriend, which I'm pretty excited about. And I think she's listening right now too, and I think she's still at work, and she had a client sitting at her in her chair, and I said, well, what's your client's name? And it's Shondell. So hey, Shondell and Catherine. Hopefully she doesn't do to your hair what she did to mine, because I don't have any left. No, I'm just kidding. She does a great job. But we're gonna go on a cruise. But before we go on the cruise, pretty excited. I'm gonna go down to Miami and see my friend Joe, and I'm gonna meet Grant Cardone, which I'm really excited about. We got that scheduled for the 19th of next month. Grant Cardone doesn't do drag racing, but he's a great businessman, and he's a great motivator, and so I'm excited to meet him, and I'm excited to go see my friend Joe. So, and I got all kinds of good stuff going on. Life is good.
Well, that's good. So where are you guys going on a cruise to?
Well, so we're 2 stops in Mexico. I think one is it the Bahamas? I don't remember now, but definitely 2 stops in Mexico, which I'm excited about. So nice 5-day cruise. Sit by the pool and just relax, man. It's gonna be great. It's been a couple years I've been on vacation, so we're excited.
Wait. But you said Bahamas. Didn't Hurricane Irma just destroy it?
Yeah, but I think they've, and I don't know for sure, but they clean that stuff up quick. They don't play around, especially in the tourist areas.
In 3 months?
Those tourist areas, that's their money. So.
In 3 months? That's too soon. In 3 months.
I don't know. So, hey, either way, I'll just be happy to be on the boat, and we got Mexico too, so it'll be all good.
But they got hit with an earthquake too.
Yeah, it's definitely been a season of natural disasters. 2017 was full of them in terms of weather. So
we had Texas, California wildfires. We had Florida, Georgia, New York. With so much shit, man, going on in the fucking USA, man.
Yeah.
So much drama.
Exactly. It's always something, right?
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? We're still drag racing. There's still sunny days where we're burning fuel, and that's important. So.
Buddy, remember, we're the Midwest. We got no serious weather, only snow.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, so that's kind of my winter. You know, it's been really good. You know, 2017 was good, but I set some really aggressive goals for myself in 2018. So 2018 is going to be a year to remember. You know, I'm on a mission, in more than just one way. And one of them is drag racing. The other one's in my personal life. I got some pretty heavy goals, and I'm going to achieve them. So 2018, here we come.
Hold
Hopefully
on.
there's not too many natural disasters. Besides hail, I love hailstorms.
Okay.
Those are amazing.
Hold on to personal life. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, we saw you got a new tow vehicle. Tell us about it.
A new what?
Tow vehicle.
Oh, white boy?
Yeah.
Yeah,